Other interesting political news, you have Kamala Harris lies about Trump abortion ban, but she does go moderately viral on social media. With this being one of the top topics for the new year, or rather for the new election, is how you can kill babies. But again, millions of people will vote on this topic alone. There are a lot of single issue voters. This will inevitably get people to vote for and against her. You have the pro-lifers voting against Kamala, and then they call themselves pro-choice, then they'd be voting for her. One of the most hilarious things is when people say, why should men care about this? But those are the same people who cannot define what a woman is and also say that men are women. So that argument of theirs, their old argument, is kind of defunct. But nevertheless, this comes straight from Kamala's mouth, or maybe one of her handlers on X Twitter. Now, she claims, well, I don't know where her statistics are coming from, because of course she doesn't cite them, which, again, left or right, whoever you are, more data the better, give us the statistical analysis. But nevertheless, she says, quote, more than 1 in 3 women of reproductive age in America now live in a state with the Trump abortion ban. When I am president of the United States, I will sign a law restoring and protecting reproductive freedom in every state. Well, spoiler alert, you can't, because the Supreme Court, they put that down to the states. So if she tries to pick, but again, this is posturing. It's a move on the political chessboard. And again, got some positive comments. Let's hear what she has to say. So I know it's probably painful for the earballs, but it's only 33 seconds.
Hey everybody, so today Iowa put in place a Trump abortion ban, which makes Iowa the 22nd state in our country to have a Trump abortion ban. And this ban is going to take effect before many women even know they're pregnant. And what this means is that 1 in 3 women of reproductive age in America lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban. So what we need to do is vote, because I'm going to tell you something. When I am president of the United States, I will sign into law the protections for reproductive freedom. So let's get this done.
Okay, if she does, again, the Supreme Court will strike it down. Because it's been ruled that, again, it's back to where it should be. This is a state's issue. Now, one of the most hilarious things about the situation is that, never forget, if it wasn't for the egotistical, hungry power, mentally vacuous, more vacuous person that was Ruth Bader Ginsburg, you wouldn't have, millions of lives would not be saved, but you wouldn't have this whole issue. Because again, it was only because she was so power hungry, she refused to step down when Barack Obama was in office, which, in terms of moves on the political chessboard, yeah, she should have done. But she was too power hungry. She clung on to power so that she actually expired when Trump was in office, who was able to appoint people who believe in the Constitution to the Supreme Court. And they, again, ruled this as back to a state's issue. And states are deciding whether they want there to be more or less. If you live in Minnesota, you can abort all the way up to 9 months, which, if you poll people on average, most people do not agree with that, but that's what their state wants. They voted that way, and the citizens are, and Somalians are all living there relatively happily in that cold hellhole, some might say. Oh, including myself. But yeah, you won't be able to, you pass a law, maybe they'll get struck down in a New York minute by Supreme Court. Because again, they've ruled on this. Now, if you want to vote on a state level, then yes, you can change this topic. You can change the law in this regard. But on a federal level, no. It's already been decided. But again, she's probably going to raise a couple millions of dollars off this one topic alone. And interestingly enough, Republicans will also raise millions of dollars off this one topic alone. Now, Red Pretty Viral got about 578,000 views and only 28,000 likes. Now, one of the first comments comes from Art Candy, who, again, her name is spelled Candee. Weird. Almost as weird as the name like topping. Or to digress. But nevertheless, she says, we're going to show up in Rovember. Which, I'll give her a little bit, she gets a little bit of credit for a model of credit, a little creativity there. Rovember. Again, is in reference to Roe versus Wade, which, again, the Supreme Court already overturned and put it back to the states. Nevertheless, they did get 192 likes and 56 comments. Was she ratioed, or were they all giving her accolades? I haven't find out. One of the first responses to Art Candy, well, I'm a little biased, but this handsome gentleman did get 3 likes. So I'm going to go ahead and read what he has to say. It's me, of course. I say, quote, ironic, it was in part due to the egotistical Ruth Bader Ginsburg being so power hungry she didn't step down when Obama was in office, which allowed Trump to appoint constitutionalists to the Supreme Court to make this a state issue once again. There is no Trump abortion ban, and he has said he would not make a federal law against it. True and handsome, some might say. Because, again, just wind back the clock during the debate with Biden, which again he mostly slept, Biden, but Trump said he would not pass an additional law. He said it got passed down to the states as it should be. He clarified it right then and there. And yet they're clearly ignoring this so they could raise money off politics. You also have Nick Cole responding saying Dems on their way to vote for a nominee they didn't choose. Getting 28 likes. It's a clown running in a field. Lorca Cake says, no, you're not. Getting 3 likes. John Quigley says abortion is equal, getting 4 likes. Jewish New Yorker says, interesting enough, they do not have a New York flag, but they do have the U.S. flag and an Israeli flag. Says, quote, I hate to break it to you, but Roe vs. Wade was reversed, and now it's a state's right. Getting 5, let's make it 6 likes. Because, again, it's down to the states. Michael James simply says, killing babies, yay, getting 1 like. Texas says, you dip crap. No, it's a state rights issue, getting 5 likes. Oh, reference to dipshit. Well, so everybody got it. Let's see. Most people are actually roasting her. Not getting a lot of likes, but in terms of the number of comments, most of them are disagreeing with Miss Candy. Now, all the top comments come to the main comment section, comes from Paul Zupa saying, quote, reproductive freedom, quote, quote, is the most disgusting euphemism Democrats have ever come up with yet for killing effing babies. It's ghastly. Getting 508 likes, which, yeah, it's also showing how far the Overton Livdo has shifted throughout the years for the Democrat Party, in the middle, and the people in the Republican Party. I mean, back just in the 90s, both parties agreed that abortion was bad, not a good thing. They thought it was bad, morally vacuous, is evil. But both of them agreed it was not a good thing. Now, what Democrats used to say, which even some Republicans, they wouldn't say it out loud, but some of them would agree, what they would say is supposed to be safe, legal, and rare. That was the old standard. It's a very, culturally speaking, it's supposed to be frowned upon. It's supposed to be for emergencies only. And yet nowadays, it's so disgusting. Even my friends I do have friends who are pro-choice, even they're horrified by people on social media who are bragging about abortion, which that is disgusting to say the least. I mean, bragging about that? I mean, that's horrifying that some people would brag about that. And yet that's how far culturally and politically society has crumbled and shifted throughout the years. It's insanity. And yet we see that time and time again. Now, scrolling down more and more, we also have Common Sense Prevail saying, come on, men, stand up and do your job. It says, real men protect and care for pregnant women and their babies. True. Getting 168 likes. Yeah. Now, I don't think we'll ever see it. I mean, that reminded me of another idea one of my friends had. Again, I'm not sure if we'll ever see a federal law, but it would be interesting culturally if there's more pressure for people to stay in committed relationships once a pregnancy were to occur, which again, statistically speaking, well, and morally, I think is what's best for the baby. But yeah, it used to be there used to be a thing called shotgun weddings for a reason. And culturally speaking, the father would sometimes have the young man at gunpoint and say, "You're getting married, son." I mean, yeah, there used to be a lot of people say that's controversial, but I mean, one of those things where I don't know if culturally we'll ever get to that point again. Nowadays, it seems like, culturally speaking, a lot of people just want the easy way out, or the more they want what's going to cost them the least amount of interference with their old lives. It's heartbreaking for a lot of folks. Let's say, no, wait, we do have some more contrarian statements brewing to the surface. Again, echo chambers get a little bit boring. AES says, reject Trump, vote for Harris. Getting 529 likes. 84 responses. That's one of the most responded one. Lori Cake says, you don't even vote for her. Why the hell would anyone else? And 27 likes, which, yet, interesting enough, not a lot of Democrats, I think, are upset about that. I have a couple of friends who are more left-leaning. They are irate that, again, they voted for Biden. Yeah, now they just shoved him aside. They're going to have Kamala. She did get 27 likes again. Cat Just Me says no, getting 20 likes. Mom is Pissed says no, so I'm getting 2 likes. DA says no. Wendy says no. The gloves off. Saul says no. Philip Anderson says, you lying piece of shit. The voters in each state decide on abortion, and it takes up to their state legislators. True, getting 780 likes. Which again, if you're more of a constitutionalist, which I am, I would say yes, this is a state rights issue. Even if I don't agree with the way a state votes on the particular policies around it, again, it should be down to the states. Scrolling down more and more, Insurrection Barbie says, "Why are you lying to voters? You know damn well you can't do anything because it is because the Supreme Court cannot force states to allow abortion. They cannot force states to stop abortion. It's up to the states." Getting 625 likes. American Papa Bear says, "Trump didn't ban it. It's a state's issue. If you don't like the state's law on it, vote to change it." That's literally how democracy works. You're welcome. Getting 756 likes. Which, again, they're right. I mean, if you're upset with it, I mean, have a state, talk to your local representative in your state, create a bill if you so feel so inclined. I mean, that's how you get it done. Let's see here. Allied States of America says murderers, and it looks like, and again, I'm not sure if this is a quote for sure. There's a picture of Dr. Ben Carson with a quote, and it has a signature to imply it. It says, quote, "If it's not a human being, then why are you harvesting organs from it?" Unquote. Good question. I got 78 likes. So, let's see. Here, All Corrupt says they didn't ban abortion. The Supreme Court did. There's nothing you won't lie about. Getting 77 likes. And again, they didn't ban abortion. They said the states get to decide. Again, some states have banned it much more than others. Others, like Minnesota, can go all the way. So it'll be interesting to see how many Americans wake up to the fact that, again, this is a state rights issue. I mean, even if Kamala wanted to, it's not going to stick. So it'll be interesting to see, politically speaking, is this really... It shouldn't be, but I think this will be an effective mechanism or effective topic to get voters riled up on the left and the right, even though, again, it's already been settled. But let me know in the comments. I know this is a very controversial topic. It gets a lot of people riled up, a lot of passion around it. So I think it will get some people to vote one way or the other, even if, again, the president does not matter in that regard for this topic. That being said, do you think it will still drive a lot of people to the polls, left and right? As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make sure better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.